Get your day started right. From our shack to yours, this is Coffee and Ham Radios. We are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
We are.
We are. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you here.
KJ70SH, ATO. Yeah, things are perfectly clear. So did everybody else. Merry Christmas to the bunch of you.
All right. So we've got the radio audio from Toads Digital piped into the stream, so y'all should be able to hear it. We have below me in a banner that's below me, multiple syllables. Chuck and Jim just left. Weird. I hope they didn't leave for everybody. There is the ways to link in. You can get to us through C4FM or Yaesu System Fusion. You can also get to us through D-Star, and you can get to us through DMR. Welcome back, Chuck. Where'd you go?
Something went wrong, it said. Looks like we lost Jim, too.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I didn't kick you boys out. That was just weird.
So it wasn't my internet crapping out?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of giving the intro, and poof, y'all disappeared, left me alone. Jerks.
That was weird. Are we still live? I guess we are. Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't look like we... I don't know. That's weird.
209 Charlie.
All right, that's Jim's radio audio from his ICOM 9700 on D-Star coming through.
You might turn it down just a little bit, Jim. I don't know.
What's weird is it's very soft in my headphones.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It sounded loud, almost like too loud, but...
M8 VOX.
That
I think you
sounded
should take about 20% off the top there, Jim.
Softer?
He's always trying to take 20%
Wait, we'll have
off
to
the
see.
top.
We'll have to see when the next person comes through. Yeah, this is really
That
weird.
last one sounded good.
Whatever the
One of y'all
beginning of the show
call
is,
and
we
talk
didn't
to
see it. Dave, we
All
didn't see
you
it
people
either.
that were test calling me yesterday when I was trying to work, y'all key up and talk so I can get an
All at
audio
once.
level.
It's overdriven. It sounds horrible. No, it's not overdriven, Don. That's just DMR. So I'll do the intro all over again. Welcome, everybody. This is Coffee and Ham Radios, and we are doing our live stream this morning. We're going to do our Christmas
Wish I had a
Eve
Christmas tree in the back.
CQ show, and we're going to do it all on Toads Digital.
Whiskey 1, Bravo, Uniform, Sierra.
Whiskey 1, Bravo, Uniform,
80
Sierra.
WAV.
All right, that's Scott. So what you hear is Jim's ICOM 9700 being piped into his Rodecaster Pro mixer, and you see like Jim's shoulder. That's
51 Bravo Uniform Sierra on DMR.
that's
And
Igor down there.
It was set for a mic. Now it's for line in, so that may work out better.
Okay. And we are going to do a net this morning, and Jim is going to be our net control operator, and I'm going to take charge of keeping the log of who's on the net and helping Jim out by being the scribe for today's net. If you haven't done a ham radio net before, the concept is that net control makes an announcement that says the net is starting, welcomes us all to the net, and then starts to take some check-ins. After a couple of check-ins come through,
Whiskey 1, Bravo, Uniform, Sierra.
all right, take about 50% off of that one, Jim.
Yeah.
After
All
a
right.
couple of contacts come through, then we start at the top of the list and we work our way through to the bottom, and you each get a chance to say something that everybody will hear who's on the net. And then after a little bit of a lull, we'll ask for some more check-ins, and we'll go through that list, back to the top of the list, back to the bottom of the list, take some more check-ins, and we'll just keep repeating that until we call it. I don't know. Usually we go for about an hour and a half or so on the Coffee and Ham Radio Saturday show. So buckle up, get your D-Star, your DMR, your System Fusion, C4FM
Whiskey 1
radios.
Bravo Uniform Sierra. We are not going to use the Netlogger, Steve.
Dan, we are not going to use the Netlogger because I don't remember how to do it.
Oh, man. I don't either.
I'm not that talented yet this morning.
I joined one of those Netlogger things one time. It's like,
There is a
couldn't figure it out.
one of those nuggets on Netlogger.
There is, and I should have watched it yesterday, but I was a little bit preoccupied yesterday.
And I'm going to tell every one of yous.
Yes.
That's right. I'm going full Chicago on this. Every one of yous guys. I've never done this net. I've never done a net because I just never done a net. There's other reasons, but we'll go with that one. Number two, we didn't really get this all set up yesterday because we had other things to do. So I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I know the Rodecaster Pro does not make everything work
Alpha,
perfectly.
Echo, 4, X-ray,
I need to figure
Oscar.
out how to turn her off, though. Really.
That's an ICOM thing.
Yeah, I know. That is annoying.
Damn, I
So, there you go.
All right. We got our first dance in this morning, boys. TC Fitz, thank you very much.
TC Fitz.
$10
Thank you.
super chat. I got it, Jim.
Okay. It's like playing cards with my brother's kids.
Right? There we go. Get some dance on. Make you feel better. Make you happy. Get you happy on. Thank you very much, TC Fitz. Much appreciated. Helps us through the stressful time of making this stuff work.
He needs some milk.
Excellent. So, Jim, if you wouldn't mind, see if you can key up, and I'll see if I can hear you. We'll do a quick check to make sure everything's working on your side.
Kilo, India, 5, Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo.
And if somebody can tell me how to kill that radio from talking, that would be excellent. KN4YCD, test call for the Toads Digital Net. Test call for the Toads Digital Net.
So I see that you've connected, but I didn't get any audio from you.
Okay, hang on. I know why. This thing reverts settings on me every time.
Every time.
KN4YCD, this is a test call for Toads Digital Network. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. How copy KM9G? I heard you. I hear me.
KN4YCD from KM9G.
KN4YCD from KM9G. I copy you.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Man, I wish I could get the radio volume in my ear up higher. It's
Ryan
so
Haynes,
quiet.
Thank you for joining. Fantastic.
I can barely hear it.
And then did Ryan get his general? Is that what he meant? I'm not sure. Whoa. Wait.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Joe Brett's here. Joe Brett says you sound awful.
Thank you, Joe.
Somebody. He's just being honest, man.
I know. And did I not just make a disclaimer that we're blazing a trail here?
We like to blaze trails. If you're going to do it live.
Well, I'd like to hear a little less crap about it, honestly.
I don't know that that's possible. I mean, you did change shirts, so that's a good thing.
Well, I'm wearing a camo shirt, and I was hoping it would be a little more invisible on the green screen.
There's some of it
It's
that's
not.
invisible.
But I have a blue shirt on underneath.
Oh, I see the blue shirt peeking out.
That's right.
Yes, he does. And it's a collared one, too.
It is not a
It looks like
Columbia shirt, though. It's a polo.
I bought one of those Columbia shirts at Big Five one time on closeout, and that is the best shirt I've ever bought. The thing, it doesn't wrinkle. And then I bought some Columbia shirts that you can't keep the wrinkles out of, and I don't like those.
See, I just don't care.
Well, I don't mind a little wrinkle,
Leprechaun, I haven't
but
seen you in
but
a
it looks
while.
like
Welcome
somebody
back.
put it in a ball, and then took it apart. This doesn't look too good. We because we do ham radio for the chicks, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I don't really, but
No, you're married. Don't let your wife hear that.
I am married. She's probably watching too. I just
I
got
bet
lost,
Kathy watches
lost
all of our
points.
streams.
She does. She watched last night on your stream.
Excellent.
She's supporting the power of the YouTube channels.
Excellent.
See, she is watching. I just lost.
Oh, there
points.
she is.
Dang
Good
it.
morning, Kathy.
She even spells her name right.
I would hope she spells her name right.
A lot of people can't get the IE one part, even after you've told them for 10 years.
Jim, can you repeat after me? I am not having a stroke.
Yeah, what? Are you okay there? I'm with Joe Brett. Are you okay?
It's like, talk amongst yourselves. So Anthony, N8VOX has
I was trying to figure out how to turn off that stupid woman talking on this thing.
Are you bridging all
watch it.
these DV modes together? And the answer is yes. That would be cool to see how it's done. And the answer is no. It's actually very horrible to see how it's done. And I'm actually not joking about that. It's a bunch of cobbled together Linux command line software that is just, there's a lot of Hail Mary involved. Let me just put it to you that way. And I appreciate that everything is everything is working and that these things have been created. And I think it's time for a new person to pick up the torch and carry the legacy forward into the current generation, because this stuff's been around for a very long time. And it works great when it works. It's just very difficult to get to work.
So it works on quantum theory on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and wave theory on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then it randomly decides which theory it's going to work on Sunday. And the speed of light varies in its universe.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made. That is correct.
Yeah, it's Shooter,
Or what's
exactly
in it.
right. That thing is, yeah. It's a pain in the butt. And there's supposedly, so right now we're actually literally running one piece of software here on a Raspberry Pi and 3 applications on our server on DigitalOcean. And then, so there are 4 applications to make this work at the moment. One of the applications kind of will do an all-encompassing thing and do multiple modes, but it doesn't support D-star transcoding. So, oops, kind of pointless.
And where are the thumb DVs?
The thumb DVs are here on a Raspberry Pi with the Ambed application. So on the DigitalOcean box, there is XLXD running, which will be a YSF server if you want. Actually, there is one it made. I can't stop it from making it, but we're not using that one because it would change our room number yet again.
Yeah.
There is YSF Reflector, which is our current YSF server, and there is YSF to DMR, which ties in the DMR. So YSF and DMR are running on one box, and if that's all you want to do, then you're golden. And actually, you could just run XLXD if all you want to do is YSF and DMR. But if you want to do D-Star, it's a giant pain in the butt. Yes, you could, Anthony, if I wanted to dedicate a real computer to it or something, yeah. So,
I think we could run them all on the Raspberry Pi on its own anyway.
well, I started to mess with that a couple weeks ago, and I was doing it when I was distracted by other things, and it's complicated because now I have to move all these very sketchy config files over to the right folders again.
It is. It's really like playing cards with my brother's kids.
Yeah. And Chuck is dealing. I mean, it's just, oh my God.
I used to be a dealer up in Reno, you know.
Did you?
No. I just made that up.
So, yeah, I could move it, but it's working. And so when you key up, if you key up in D-Star, it goes to the DigitalOcean server first, and then it comes to Pentlala, routes through a Raspberry Pi, and then back out to the DigitalOcean server onto the D-Star network.
And if you want to see how much fun it is to do some of this stuff, we did a Ham Nuggets episode where we tried to get a D-Star radio operating in terminal mode. It was scheduled to be an hour, and 2.5 hours into
some
it, we
coffee.
finally got it working. No, we got it working barely, and then another hour after
Barely.
the stream was over, we got it working
Right.
properly. And then I made a 5-minute video to wrap up 3 hours worth of work, because that's how YouTubing works.
And they blamed
It's
it
about
on
3
me.
or 4 hours to do 5 minutes worth
Right.
of work. Oh, it is. It's all Chuck's fault.
And then the hardest part of the whole thing was getting all the software configured because, like I said, you know, it's literally 4 different applications.
Right.
And it would be better if it was on one box, but I just don't feel like devoting the time in my life to reconfigure it on a Pi. I had really planned to do that, and I may still, but
I think it's interesting for the amount of time that ICOM put into getting the hardware to do D-Star into their radios. The other side of that is completely abandoned.
yeah. Yeah.
Whiskey
I don't-
Bravo Uniform Sierra on the Toads Talk group. We are on Netlogger if they need.
Oh, get all fancy, Steve.
All right, let me see. Marvin, I will send Dan. Sorry, I keep calling you
He
Marvin.
set it up.
Dan,
he
I
set
will
it
send
up,
you
I
a
think.
link in Discord, and you can come join us and help us out. That would be fantastic.
Jason, it probably wouldn't be that hard to add P25 and NXDN because that software is pretty much the YSF reflector software modified for those 2 protocols. But there's like 4 of us that would ever use that. And now that we've mentioned that, I have 2 P25 radios I could make you a deal on. Just saying.
All right, Dan, I sent you a link
could
to the
write
stream.
something else
Please
down.
join us and rescue us from our own peril.
And Dan, if you want to be net control, man, rock on. Because I've never done this. I mean, I know it's just kind of, hey guys, who all's here, and then what do you got to say, kind of thing. But
Let's see.
This is W1VUS on the Toads Talk Group. Anybody, anywhere want to join the net? Please come now. I will put you in the Netlogger. And
Excellent. Let me see if I have Netlogger installed.
I had it on my Windows VM, but I lost that when I was screwing with my Mac.
I had it someplace a long time ago.
Yeah, Don, I have
There we go.
the hardware for All Star. It's on the project list. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I know Richard up the road from me. He's up in by Birmingham. He's got his All Star set up and working. I've talked to him on it before.
See if there's a way I can make this embiggen for everybody to see.
November 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray and AOX on Jesus' location.
Excellent. Dan has taken over. Dan is awesome. Thank you, Dan.
So Yesu would work on this too? I would have been easier for me.
Yes.
Do you have a fusion repeater you can connect to Toads on?
That I don't know.
Well, then no, it won't work. You got a hotspot?
Yeah, but I've got more power on. I've got like 50 watts on that. So I might, and some good antennas.
Chuck, you'd have to have either a Yaesu fusion repeater that you can change to Toads on, or you got to have a hotspot. And that's for any of the
I got
three
both.
modes. D-Star, you got a
got
hotspot
both.
and a fusion hotspot?
It's not hooked up though.
Okay.
Not a fusion hotspot. I've got a hotspot,
What the hell is a hotspot?
or just the DVI thing, or what do we call it? Yeah, hang on.
Now we've changed the video. I don't know what you're talking about, Charles. Look at that. This is like actually working.
Well, you know, we get people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That really makes a difference.
I got one of these hotspots.
Okay.
What's it showing?
So do you have it set up for fusion or DMR or D-Star?
It was set up for fusion.
Okay. Well, then all you got to do is plug it in your computer and put a cord on it and it'll come on.
Yeah, I'd have to find a cord here real quick. Hang on.
Head up to the top of the list. W1VUS, stand by.
Dan, you're doing a
There's a bunch
fantastic
of
job.
hookups. I think I had a cord sitting here that day. Hang on.
Yeah, Chuck, you could do it with the 991A with the hotspot too.
Yes, just turn your power down to almost nothing.
Well, I've got an HT to do that too.
Okay.
That'd be the easiest one here. Well, that's not the right one. It's been a long time since I had this thing set up.
Leprechaun, so at the top of the hotspot heap is any of the open spots. This is a 3. This isn't the current model anymore. They've got a new one out that actually has
5.
2 models. Then after that, it's any of the Raspberry Pi based hotspots, and you can buy expensive ones or you can buy the cheap Chinese ones. It's the same exact boards
Fantastic.
in all of them. The one Chuck has is one of the 2 or 3 I have here. I think that's the same one T.O. has.
You know, I got lucky and I got a good one and it worked. I built it actually.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
It was a kit.
Well, yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
it's
you know
like
who I got that from was Dennis.
Okay.
Adam Dennis.
Yeah, Adam Dennis.
I saw one of his
'Cause
videos on it.
The hotspots are basically a Raspberry Pi 0 or 02W and a MMDVM board, and then download the image from Pi-Star's website, put it on a card and boot it, and that's it.
But that one you showed, I think those are way easier than these, right?
Oh, this is way easier. These are
It's like
fabulous.
you just hook it up and it works.
Right.
Wasn't the case.
This
with
is also $300 or $400. So
right. Yeah, this was like 30 or 40.
not anymore. It's more like 150 or so, but yeah, still. That one that Chuck held up is one you can get on Amazon. There's probably 10 vendors on Amazon that sell those. They are all exactly alike because it's all exactly the same hardware.
I'll show it again.
Yeah,
Actually,
scooch over. Yeah. Close to your mic.
Oh, it's on too. Wow.
So that's a Raspberry Pi Zero board in that, or 02W. Those boards and the MMDVM board, the one that does the radio to internet connection, that's the MMDVM board. Those two boards, in that case, when I bought mine, my first one, it was like $110.
Yeah.
There are companies that sell hotspots. Bridgecom. There's probably 5 or 6 others I can't think of. It's the same boards. They're putting them in a fancier case with a nice screen that you can see, but it is still a Raspberry Pi board with an MMDVM board on top of it. Pi-Star will run on any Raspberry Pi you have, and it will also run on, I don't remember if I've tested that. It will run on Rock Pis and Orange Pis if you can find.
Orange Pi for sure.
Yeah, if they have the same pin out on the GPIO bus as the Raspberry Pi does. And
so it's been a long time for me. What do I have to do to turn this? I have nothing on the screen yet, but
no, there shouldn't be anything on the screen. That's the way it should be, Chuck. It should be done. Everything else is done from your web browser.
It's got the green light now, so I guess it's done.
You're probably good. Where's your radio at? You said you had an HT?
Yeah, I have to grab
Dan,
it.
feel free to take it back. I know you're busy over there.
I got a table set up over here. It's kind of in my way.
US on the Toads Talk group. We're trying to cobble together a net. Sorry, I had a little issue there. I had a WSJTX crash, and now I've got a little feedback from the stream. Where's the mute button? There we go. All right, so far we got the crew there, KM9G, KN4YCD. We got KM4CFT, Jonathan. We got NA.
Jim,
Guys, is it coming across the stream, or are you hearing Steve's radio?
It's not coming across the stream, Jim.
We got PG1, OWL, and K3JRZ. Anybody else want to come slow, and we'll try to...
Check-ins on the Toads Digital Net.
Please come now. November 9,
Dang Tarfs.
Tango Delta Echo.
Dang tough socks. Good stuff. I don't know why they're sitting there.
Marvin did it perfectly. Just come with your call sign, and Dan will make it listed in the Netlogger software, and we'll take the next one. Joe Brett did it right. Good job, Joe Brett.
Joe Brett.
All these amazing hams.
AI5 Tango Foxtrot Bravo. Batteries Louisiana.
I gotta watch this Tango Foxtrot Bravo guy.
Alpha Zero Alpha Mike.
It's working now, Jim.
Zero Oscar 4 Charlie Delta Juliet. Coming in on D-Star.
Joe Brett is smooth.
Kilo Zulu 9 Charlie.
Fast is
Robin,
smooth.
Indiana.
Smooth is slow. Therefore, slow is fast.
Kilo Charlie 3 Tango Golf Zulu.
Kilo Tango Zero Alpha Delta Sierra.
Man, she's loud, Jim.
This is W1.
No, that's what I was trying to. I don't think there's any way to make her stop talking.
Net, got a little
This is what
issue
Raphael
there.
said
I'm
a little while ago.
using the Pi-Star dashboard, and who is it, YSF or DMR, one of them is not coming up. They're come up as K-Toads. But I was able to pick up with my crappy typing, N9 TVY Alpha Alpha Oscar Alpha Mike, KO4 CDJ, and KZ9C. I know I missed a couple there. Please come again.
I'm not getting anything on DMR.
That was me.
Kilo,
I was hearing
Zero,
you.
Whiskey, Alpha, Victor.
Now I'm getting DMR.
Kilo Echo Zero Lima Fox X-Ray Jeremy Sierra Dial.
Yep, I heard Jeremy.
KI5 Tango Foxtrot Bravo Ryan Baton Rouge.
Ooh, I know who that is. That's Side Boom.
He's probably on P25 going through a P25 Motorola gateway.
Of course.
Kilo Yankee 4, Charlie Uniform. Chuck.
Kilo Tango.
Kilo Charlie 3, Tango Golf Zulu.
Do you like my tail there, Wagon?
Jim, by your VFO knob, you should have a speech button. Push that.
Oh, I got something on the screen now. It says Fusion.
So it's working, Chuck.
Does that mean it just took to my radio?
This is W1DUS back, and I would like to check in, welcome, and recognize the one I typed in wrong, K0WAV, KE0LFX, KI5TFB, and KY4CU, KC3TGV. I don't know how far we want to go, and I had to mute the stream, so I'll see if Steve has something to say. KM9G, back to you.
Is there a K5PMD?
Hey, Dan, this is Steve KM9G. Thank you very much for jumping in and helping us out. Fantastic of you to support us, because we aren't smart enough to pull Netlogger off by ourselves at this stage, but I know you are. You're the man on that. I really appreciate you jumping in. And back to net. Thank you very much.
I think the speech button did it.
I checked the manual. I RTFM'd.
Hey, no problem, Steve. I don't know if we're going to do a round robin or check-in, but I will happily log some more. This is W1BUS on the Toads Talk Group, doing a little check-ins. Check-ins, anybody, anywhere, number 18 or beyond, please come now.
Just think how cool this would be if we actually knew what we were doing.
We're getting there. Dan has pulled it all together.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Foxtrot Hotel.
You know, the guy that really knew how to do this was Jason from Ham Radio TV.
November 9.
He'd do that every Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had.
9
Is he even doing anything anymore? I haven't seen
No, I
a
haven't
video.
heard from him in a while.
No, he just lives up the road from me. Actually,
does
where I
he?
was at yesterday.
He was always pretty funny. I liked him.
Steve, Washington.
A lot of Steves today. Steve Army representing.
Where's the James Army?
We had a couple of James
So-
yesterday. A couple of James won prizes in last night's stream.
That radio's dead, guys. Sorry.
Let's see. I see
K5YBY. I heard you come through.
KY4 Charlie Uniform. I see some
This is
Alabama representatives.
W1DUS returning. I would like to check in, welcome, and recognize KJ7OFH, N9TDE, and K6WRF. Let's see, we're going to go up to the top of the list and go around and see if anybody else has anything to say, or you want to look for more check-ins.
Keep going for check-ins, brother.
And then we'll do round robin after that. So he's looking to you right now, Jim. So key up and talk to him.
What am I supposed to say? I was typing.
Hey, this is KN4YCD. Thanks for taking the time to run the net. Please do round robin.
Nothing heard. I will take that to, I'm going to go up to number 7, PU1OWL, Raphael in Rio de Janeiro. He's the DX for the day. Wished everyone a Merry Christmas. I would like to wish him the same and see if he has anything else to say. Raphael, back to
In my
you.
head. Shut up, Don.
Oh, hi, this is Papa Uniform 1, Oscar Whiskey Lima. No, I'm just wishing you Merry Christmas. And I have nothing to say. Actually, I'm going to lunch right now because it's lunch and talk and ham radio for me. So, have a great afternoon and
Raphael, good to hear from you, man.
Ape
Yes,
King,
sir.
on-air
Thank
ham
you
talk.
for that.
LC, that's exactly right.
Ape's here?
No, he can't be here because we're actually on the air.
We're
Oh, that's
operating.
right.
Sorry about that. My finger slipped off the button. This is W1DUS with the Toads Talk Group Net. Thank you for that. PU1OWL. Enjoy your lunch. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thanks for checking in. Hope to hear from you again soon if we're allowed to do this again later. Coming up to the top of the list, we'll check with KN4YCD, James in Hope Hill, Alabama, maybe.
Huntsville.
That's you. Hope Hall, he said. That's you.
That's you.
Oh. Hey, guys. Merry Christmas. Hope everybody's doing okay. Got your coffee stoked up this morning. I hope it's fairly warm where you are because it ain't here in Alabama. We woke up to 14 this morning, which is about 30 degrees colder than it normally is in December. Usually this is like 2 days in January we do this. Fellas, good morning. Merry Christmas. Glad you're here.
And then say back to net when you're done. Jim, he already knows you're back.
Okay.
You know what? I would have a problem anyhow
Rook.
because I am on.
Thank you for that, Jim. Fine job. Yeah, we had a little bit of cold weather here in Washington as well. It's warmed up to a balmy 28, and the good news is I was able to put my telescopic fiberglass pool back up because the 70-mile-an-hour winds are over for a day or so. Thanks again, Jim. Let's move down the list to Jonathan, KM4CFT from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. How are you, John?
So this Netlogger software is free software to download, netlogger.org. And once you get it
Control,
downloaded,
this is Kilo Mike 4, Charlie
and
Fox,
installed.
Tango, Jonathan. I'm doing great, and Merry Christmas to everyone on the net. I don't personally celebrate Christmas, so tonight I'm going to be flying home to North Carolina to visit family and spend the New Year's with them. And don't have much to say. Not really getting a chance to use my D-Star setup.
And once you get the Netlogger software installed, it looks like...
I'm not going to hold the net up for any longer, so I'll just say Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy Holidays, and I'll hand it back to Nets, KM4CFT.
No, Netlogger doesn't work on mobile devices. It is like a Windows 3.1 application.
So I would have a problem anyhow because I'm on a very busy Fusion thing here. And if I know Jim had a way of actually forcing it out, right? To get off of those. Because when somebody's talking, you can't leave.
Oh, yeah. You just go in the web interface and force a reset.
I don't even have that up, actually. My radio's totally dead. I'm wondering if I should pull the batteries out of these dang things.
So we lost your audio feed, Jim.
Did you? Okay. Well, that answers one question. Stand by.
Below with the wind. Somebody mentioned earlier that in the chat that they're...
That's actually better.
Yeah. In the wind, we're on winter number 2 here.
There you go. It's back, Jim.
With my DX commander, so we'll advise in the spring how that holds up. There's some good DX on 17 meters right now, FTA, if anybody's interested.
It's weird because it's so quiet in my head.
FTA and
That's
I can hear it.
setting.
And the radio.
Yeah, I know. I've been playing with that.
Yeah, I pretty much have no focus. Hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. Take care. God bless. 73 back to Net Control and 8VOX.
That was Anthony, N8VOX. Thank you, Anthony.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Anthony. Yeah, I guess it's cold just about everywhere. Everybody that we've heard from so far has been in the single digits or below. Thanks for checking in, and I am a little distracted as well. My WSJTX crashed, so I don't have that to worry about anymore. But I do have the stream and the Netlogger and the hotspot, and I still got my HF radio turned on just for the distraction. I appreciate it, Anthony. Let's go to number 6, Kilo 5. Echo, Great Call, Randall, take it away from Rockwell, Texas. Let's go.
Randall.
Yeah, pretty chilly, but every day better, so can't complain. And thanks, Dan, for running the net, and thanks to the Toads crew for setting up this net and all the work on the DMR Fusion D-Star conglomeration of talk groups. It's working pretty well, I'd say, and it's always good to watch all your videos and learn all that the Toads crew and all the other members have to offer. So thanks to everybody for everything.
Tim's getting a peek behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain.
And we get a little bit of a delay with the chat, and we get a delay with the radio. Some equipment gives us additional delays. And we manage.
Yes, sir. Thank
'Cause we're
you for that,
professionals.
Randall. Kilo. Romeo 5. Echo, echo, echo. That's a great call. I like it. Yeah, I'm fun with the net, and I appreciate all the work consider it. I like these. I don't really care.
Jim, we're getting an echo from you.
Echo, echo, echo.
Juliet, Romeo, Zulu, Jeff,
Okay.
and Bayer, Delaware. Take it away, Jeff.
It's better now, Jim.
I'm hesitant to tinker with this much more while we're trying to do this. So.
Morning, Jim.
It's coming through now.
All those out there.
Okay.
But it was echoing on your side only.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
else you might celebrate or not celebrate.
Audio loop.
Here in Delaware, it was 8 degrees.
T.O., did you
this
see our
morning
private
in,
messages?
In Bear,
Not yet. Let me check.
just south of Newark, the University of Delaware. But it's up to a steamy 12 degrees right now. I'm sure it's colder in some other places, but that's just weather here. Everyone have a good day. Stay warm wherever you are. Be safe, and have a good Merry Christmas and Happy
Charles,
New
you
Year.
need to
Happy
check it too.
K3JRZ, back to net control.
He's talking about Discord, Chuck.
Yes. Yeah, I was on the wrong one. Sure. I agree. I concur.
I do indeed wholeheartedly concur. Doesn't concur sound like such a negative word? Concur
Yes,
sounds
sir.
more like disagreement.
Thank you for that.
Oh, see, I think it's like forcefully positive.
Zulu, Jeff, and Bayer, Delaware.
I completely agree with 100% of everything you said. No BS. Completely on top.
Looked for a while for an FTA contact from
I've got a
Delaware.
good
to get my
story about
local
that.
states. Thanks again. Let's go to number 9. November 9. Tango. Victor Yankee. Rolf from Bloomington, Minnesota. Take it away, Rolf.
So we're Harley riding, and my buddy always goes towards the bad weather. And he goes, I think we're going to go that way. I go, well, looks like it's like raining or snowing over there. Oh, it'll be fine. So we go, right? We end up in snow on the Harleys. My hands are freezing. I can't feel my hands. My wife's like, we need to quit this. And I go, I think we need to turn back. And my buddy goes, I concur. So it's a joke in the group now. We were all freezing. My buddy just, even on the dirt bikes, I don't like to get in the snow unless it's fresh because it's usually icy.
Nothing heard from in 9 TVY, but we got to hear Chuck's motorcycle story. I used to ride with a guy that always went towards the cloud. Something about those guys.
That's the third or fourth story we've heard from Chuck this morning, too.
Mike, Andy, and Pamela, Iowa. Take it away, Andy.
Hey, Roger. Hey, Dan, thanks for running the net, and thanks to
We got your back, shooter.
everybody there on... Gosh, my brain just went dead there for a second. I'm sorry about that. No,
Andy,
Merry
Toads,
Christmas to,
Andy.
Coffee Jam Radios, everybody there in the crew. Everybody in the chat, you guys all find a way to make days of the week go a little bit better, so appreciate it.
Excellent.
And,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's probably about 0 here, wind chill. Hey, but the sun's out, so that's all good. Thanks again, guys. I do appreciate it. Looking forward to a great 2023. And
Marvin, you are
Joel, if
correct.
You can please check me out. I got to go make some cake pops for Santa Claus and the little girl
Cake
tonight.
pops.
So,
Nice.
again, appreciate
I just learned
everybody,
about
and
those.
take care and be safe.
Take care of those kids when they're young. That's when all the important stuff happens.
It's when they still like you, right?
And then when they're older, they remember that they like you.
With a beautiful transmission from Iowa. Thank you, Andy. And I will put you as off to making cake pops. Anybody that's listening and doesn't happen to have Netlogger, you also have the net scraper at Kilo 3 Charlie Lima Romeo. Kilo 3 Charlie Lima Romeo.com, and then you can click on the net there, and then you can follow along. I'm going to stop at number 10 and see if we have any additional check-ins, or if one of the Hefes over there on the stream wants to say something. W1BUS.
He's talking to you, Jim.
He said the Hefe. That wouldn't be me. That's you,
I
Dad.
think he said the heavies.
Well, that would be you or Chuck, too.
But take it
Don't-
away, Jim. I'm in the middle of
Are you
something.
making a fat guy joke? Is that what that is?
No, I'm making a Jim joke.
Oh,
So he,
Quad.
Dan just mentioned K3CLR.com, and instead of using Netlogger, you can do K3CLR.com, and then you can click on Toads.
Kilo 1 Sierra Tango Golf. Fred
Oh,
in
look at
Hayward,
that.
California.
So you can do this on your mobile.
Somebody on the California side there.
And this is everybody that's
Oscar,
currently checked
November
in.
3, Victor, Papa, Lima.
Hit that speech button, Jim. Gas station radio.
I didn't turn it on.
CQ. CQ.
Nope.
Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Delta Delta, KE4 RDD, Greg, Southwest Georgia.
I don't know.
November, Whiskey Victor.
Yeah, you guys that got snow and ice and rain, I feel bad. It rained here most of the week on and off and was overcast, and then I'm not sure what day it is. Today's Saturday, right? And then like Thursday evening late, the rain stopped, and then that was probably about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then overnight, Thursday, Friday, it got stupid cold.
Fred, we got you as line 22. Thanks for joining.
22.
But we didn't have any snow or ice or any of that, thankfully.
This is pretty cool. This is working out better than I expected. It's all thanks to Dan.
This is W1BUS returning with the Toads Talk Group Net. I got additional check-ins from K7LAP.
We got some
K1
overseas check-ins too, Vlad.
That's very confusing with the stream going and hearing myself just a few seconds later. Where was I? K1 SDG. And then we got OM3 VPL Vladimir from somewhere. We're going to come back to him in a second. We got KE4 RDD and KE4 NWV. No, N3 NWV. I'll have to fix that one. I'm curious. ON3 VPL, take it away. It's your turn, Vladimir.
Yeah, this is Oscar November 3, Victor Papa Lima, just checking in from Belgium. Over.
Belgium. Awesome.
Belgium, outstanding. Welcome, Vlad.
That's the cool thing about this.
Roger. OM3 VPL. I don't know if that's a bigger DX than Rio de Janeiro. I guess it
True
depends
facts.
on where you're copying you from. Thanks again. Let's go back up to the list, and we will go with number 11, K04 CDJ. It's your turn.
James, we do not have we're not tied into Echolink.
This is KO4 CDJ. Good morning, everyone. Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and hope everybody stays warm. We have somehow managed to hit a balmy 18 degrees Fahrenheit here in Georgia. So maybe that'll stay on an upward tick, and it'll warm up a little more today.
You have 14. You had 18?
We'll
I've
call
only
that
got 14.
and get back to net control. This is
Dang,
KO4
Georgia.
CDJ.
Stole 4 of our degrees.
Georgia.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Timothy, over in Georgia. Nice transmission. I don't see it on my Netlogger, but I know I heard it go by, and I always like to talk to K5YVY. It's your turn. Take it away.
Joe Brett. Joe Brett, you're
fell
up.
asleep.
Come on, Joe Brett. K5YVY.
Fell off the couch on
K5YVY
the
to
porch.
center stage.
Well, maybe I caught him off guard, and I did hear last night that he was on call.
Okay,
so
Tim was
maybe
using the
he's doing
D-Star
something
radio.
more
You sounded
How about number
solid, dude.
12? Kilo Zulu 9 Charlie. Take it away. It's your turn.
So that was D-Star. Wow. He's got his microphone gain settings dialed in
This
properly.
is Kilo Zulu 9 Charlie. I just want to wish everybody a
Main
Merry
menu,
Christmas.
submenu,
Enjoying the
speech.
stream this morning while I do some last minute wrapping of gifts. So that's all I have to say. Everybody have a good day. KZ9C out.
KZ9C from W1BUS. You have a happy holidays as well. Thanks for checking in. And let's go to number 13, the K0WAV. It's your turn.
Good morning, everybody. K0WAV. Name's Scott. Yeah, on the Netlogger, it looks like you got an O instead of a 0, so it probably didn't populate the name. No biggie. Just talking to you from the Arkansas area here in northwest Arkansas. It's 20 degrees warmer at 14 than it was yesterday at -5.
Jeez.
Just
What
talking
town?
on this gas station, YSF on the Droid Star app on Android.
Oh,
Back
that's
to
right.
K0WAV.
I'd like to know what town he was in.
Hi, fine business on the gas station. I like it. Thanks. Yeah, the Netlogger is the best free software you can afford, so it doesn't work exactly as you would want. And then when you put in a O and a 0, that's what you get. Congratulations on lucky number 13. Let's go to KE0 LFX Jeremy, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's cold there too.
Nice.
Yes, it is definitely cold here today, Dan. It is
that got it.
1.8 degrees, and just getting ready
The
to
voice
run
at least
some
is
last-minute
fixed.
errands. And enjoy the day, and Merry Christmas to you and the whole Toads crew.
Chuck, thank you.
We'll send it back to that.
What? Not you, Chuck. Other Chuck. KY4 Charlie uniform, Chuck.
I was surprised you were saying thank you to me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Jeremy. KE0 LFX. Yeah, I'm having a Merry Christmas. They shut down the Pendleton mill where I worked yesterday. I'm the sewing machine mechanic at the blanket department at the Pendleton mill here in Washougal, and they decided that it was too nasty for us to work. That's the first time in the 7 years that I've worked there, and the first time in the 26 years that my boss has worked there, that they shut the place down due to weather.
LC, it's all Dan.
Let's go to number 15, KI5 FTB, and I am curious before you start if Chuck has the ability to get on the net. I don't see him on the Netlogger, and I haven't heard him.
I don't.
This is W1BUS over to KE0 LFX. You can just nod on stream, Chuck.
No, he can't nod. He can only shake his head no.
My radio is totally dead.
This is all Dan that's got this. We got all the hardware and software worked out as best as it allows us to. But this is all Dan that's
Nothing else from KE0 LFX, and my XYL just went to work, and she was going to miss getting to watch Chuck. And I said yesterday on the stream that I bought the FT950 because Steve got me on the antique radio tip. And when I told the XYL that the Yaesu was Chuck's brand, she's like, well, okay, you can go ahead and get the 950.
Excellent.
So that was a pretty good deal. The Pawn Shop FT950 for $400. Can't complain.
That's a killer deal.
Droid Star.
KY4CU, Charles.
An app you can put on your.
Take it away, Charles.
Droid Star is an app you can put on your cell phone that'll let you connect into the net.
Good afternoon to everybody on the net. We had a beautiful sunny day here in Anniston. It's all the way up
He's
to
rubbing
16
it in.
degrees.
Rubbing it in.
With a 4-mile-an-hour wind, so it's pretty cool for this part of the country. And I don't have much else to say except everybody have a good holiday, and we'll leave it for the others. Go ahead. KY4CU.
T.O., I've played with Droid Star. It requires network. I think it's all network. There's no actual radio involved in it.
Yeah, no radio at all.
Charles over in Chile, Alabama. My elder over on D-Star N5GP says he doesn't have anything to say, but he really enjoys saying it. So we will move on to number 17, KC3 TGZ Devon, Erie, PA. How's it?
Good morning, everyone. This is KC3 TGZ from Erie, Pennsylvania. It's a balmy 2 degrees here with a wind chill of about -10.
So you guys are all going out over my repeater system in Erie County. So they had everyone listening here locally over RF. But just wanted to say hi. I've never done a net before on YSF, so I linked it up and gave it a shot. I'll give it back to the net here. This is KC3 TDZ back in
Devin, your audio is spot on, brother. It sounded great.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Devin. Everybody's commenting on the fabulous audio. That was a pretty beautiful transmission. You got it working good. First time on a net. I've never done one either, in case you couldn't tell. Let's see. Next, we've got KJ7OSH in New York. That's a transplanted 7, sort of like my 1. Take it away, Lyle. It's your turn on the Toes Net.
Hi, yeah, this is KJ7OSH. Yeah, recently relocated from Southernland out here to New York. But yeah, didn't have much to say. Just wanted to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, or Festivus for the rest of us, whatever it may be. Hope everybody has a wonderful season, and I'll hand it back to that control, KJ7OSH, clear.
I've already aired grievances this morning, Lionel, so I'm good, man.
Oh, man, I got a lot of grievances.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. KJ7OSH in Harvard Falls, New York. Thank you for that, Lyle. Yeah, I don't believe any of us have much to say. We're all just here amazed that Jim got it to work. How about number 19, N9?
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Aberdeen, South Dakota. No, it's cold.
Well, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Coach. Thanks, Dan, for running this. Yeah, it's
Dan's
pretty cold here. It's minus 10 with a wind chill of minus 31. And the high today is only going to be minus 5. And I do appreciate
highs.
The whole club here. If that's what you want to call it, Toads.
It is a club.
The guys there on the screen, they do a wonderful job. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Enjoy life and enjoy radios. N9 TDE is clear.
Enjoy your radio, as Cal says.
Yes, sir. N9 TDE Marvin from Aberdeen. Thanks for the kind words. I wouldn't be doing the net if it wasn't for the gentlemen on stream. I appreciate all of their efforts and letting me do it. And I think we should do it again sometime. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Dan,
number 20 for local, K6 WRF, Stephen and Kent. Take it away.
We could do this like weekly or something, not even on YouTube, just do a regular digital net.
Yeah.
Whatever net control wants to do it.
Happy holidays, and this is the first time on this net. I usually stay on the HRCC link, but I just want to jump on here and say happy holidays. Net control.
Those guys are so yesterday.
Thanks, Stephen.
Just joking.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. K6WRS, Stephen. I think I've heard you may have had a previous QSO over on the HRCC link. That's another fine spot with some amazing sausage being made behind the scenes. How about number 21, K7LO, Lonnie, Utah. Take it away, Lonnie.
Look at Jonathan posing with his 32 degrees.
Posing.
He's right. That is warm.
I mean, that's...
I'd give anything for 30 degrees right now.
Right. That'd be beautiful.
Geo doesn't have that.
Thank you, thank you. Fabulous idea, guys. Merry Christmas. Anthony, much appreciated.
Uh-oh.
Nothing heard from Kilo 7 Limo Oscar. Actually, probably got something more important to do. K1 STG, and thanks N8VOX for the super chat. I am dancing in my chair over here, even though you can't see me. We don't want to see that on stream. K1 STG, Frederick Hayward, take it away.
Hayward. That's close.
Good morning
Everything
to the
tastes
net.
better
Maybe.
on these Tumblr stream.
K1 STG, Fred in Hayward, California.
It is close.
Going to go out and do a quota today, run into the city to Presidio, San
Coco,
Francisco.
you're way
and,
behind the stream.
See what's going on 20 meters SSB. It's balmy 42 degrees right now. Supposed to be warming up to 60.
Probably.
So stay warm and happy holidays. And thanks for running the net, Dan.
Dan's doing a great job, too, y'all.
Dan is fantastic.
He was close to me there. He's just about
It is my
hour
pleasure to run the
from
net,
me.
Frederick. You have a great time in San Francisco on Christmas Day. I've learned through several trips to San Francisco that Christmas Day is about the only day that's tolerable. All right. Thanks for checking in, Frederick. And we will move past Vladimir, who already checked in, to number 24, KE4RDD, Lumpkin, Georgia. Take it away, Gregory.
KE4RDD. Morning, everybody on the net. Just want to say Merry Christmas.
No, this is a different
Holiday.
Dan.
KE4RDD.
There we go.
This is W1BUS, and Beer Snack is KD2FNW.
Thank you, sir. KE4RDD. Man, a few words, straight to the point. I appreciate it. You have a merry holidays as well. How about NWV, number 25? It's your turn.
In and out.
That's quite a few. 25 already.
Oh, good Lord, Marvin. Thank you.
This is November.
Thank you, Marvin.
November Whiskey Victoria. I think I got it last night. Number 3, Northwest Virginia.
Dan's going to be like, I'm trying to run a net here, you hippies.
I could have participated in the
He needs some milk.
and tends the fire because we're still in the single digits here.
Oh,
But
single
Merry
digits.
Christmas to one and all, and this is fun. You're right. We should do it again sometime. Back to net control and 3 NWV.
That sounded like Matt.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%, and I believe I corrected it in the Netlogger. I like the Northwest Virginia, and have fun tending your fire. Sounds like a pretty excellent plan. Well, that puts me at the bottom of the list, so I'm a glutton for punishment. We will apply for more. Number 26 or beyond, anybody anywhere, please come now, unless it's the top of the hour and we're not allowed to continue.
Uh-oh. Stephen Reynolds, thank you very much. Steve Army, 556.
Kilo 5, Yankee, Victor Yankee.
Oh, there he is.
This is KI5 Tango, Foxtrot Bravo, Ryan in Baton Rouge. I may have missed my call earlier. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I got to get dressed and escort the wife to some shopping. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. KI5 Tango, Foxtrot Bravo, clear.
Side boom just got down.
He got his audio right.
Probably a 6 hour.
He needs some milk.
Y'all, thank you very much for all the super chats this morning. That's awesome.
Yes. Very awesome.
Helps keep the lights on.
Yeah, we got to pay that digital
We
ocean
will
bill.
hold it up right there. I just had a catastrophic screen on my computer, a little panic there, but yeah, I guess we did miss your call, but we got you that time, so we will move on to, who knew it was Joseph? K5YVY. It's your turn. Take it away.
Oh,
Joe Brett back again.
Joseph. You think Joseph?
He did.
Said they call perfectly. KI5YVY. And welcome Mississippi. Good to join the codes again. Glad everybody's having fun. And
He
take
needs
this
some
opportunity to
milk.
say hello before the next blackout. 73 K5YVY back to net.
You see what I'm doing here?
No,
Yes, sir.
Chuck, you're
Thank
not on
you
camera.
for that. I
Bullet
think
connector.
I learned from the best how to say
I mean, you are,
K5YVY.
but we couldn't see your hands.
I appreciate you checking in. I hope power stays on for an extended period of time, or at least long enough to charge up another battery, or maybe the one over at the ISP. That would be cool. Thanks again, Joe. Brett.
Joe.
Number 27, 46, India Romeo, Henry.
Folks, this is Dan. Dan came on a Ham Nuggets episode with us and showed us all about how to do Netlogger. And
You know, I
we
don't know
forgot.
why it doesn't pick up that I changed it to what I go by, which is Hank, not Henry. And for TO, it's Iowa Hawk.
Oh, hey, Hawk.
Gotcha here. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year.
Merry
That's all
Christmas,
I've
Hawk.
got.
Merry Christmas. I guess Jim's old eyes couldn't see that, Steve.
No.
Obviously.
Couldn't see what?
I saw it.
Well,
Oh, the
it's
connector, yeah, I
kind
saw
of a
that.
long story how that goes
Sorry,
with
I don't
your
like the.
DMR ID
Good luck
and your
with the
phone
escort
number
job.
and your name and how it films on Netlogger and how it is on QRZ and long trailed cat, as we say. I'll take Hank anytime. Thanks for checking in. Whiskey 6 India Romeo in Iowa. The Iowa Hawk, I guess. All right, that's the bottom of the list again. Number 28 or beyond. Anybody, anywhere. Please come now to check
Excellent,
into the
Digital Rancher.
Codes Net.
Rancher 73s, man. Thanks for being here. Take care of them goats.
Oh, digital
Got a
hash. Bit error rate high.
I'm showing somebody keyed up, but
that was something I couldn't get dialed in on mine very well.
It's William from Tempe, Arizona. K0WHW.
Uber Geek, thank you.
damn, son.
Bum,
All
bum.
right. You need to unkey, bro. You are jamming things up.
It's got a nice beat to it, though.
There you go. I was getting there.
We were waiting.
Whoever's trying to talk, you are just sending out carrier and tying up the reflectors. Because I see you holding carrier on D-Star and Fusion. I assume DMR also.
Yeah. It's all right. Stuff happens.
That's nice.
If you
Because
have
his
two
radio's
hotspots
turned-
close to each other,
His radio's turned off.
do you have two hotspots close to each other? They're trying to make baby hotspots.
Baby hotspots.
I don't know. Is there something we can do on the server side, Jim?
I could reboot it, but it's going to rekey as soon as he.
He's done. He's turned his radio off.
All right. We'll
Baby
see.
hotspots.
Stand by.
Baby hotspots. Cute little baby hotspots. Sweet little innocent wrapped in a nice warm blanket. Baby hotspot.
What do they call those little soft blankets? I forget.
Woobies.
Yeah, there's something else. My wife tells me all the time. It's the material or something.
Fleece.
No, it's super soft.
Ooh,
I
Randall.
got some for the
Thank you,
clothes
Randall.
I did for the kids.
Help us
Randall.
pass the time. Yeah. Joe Brett says yank the dongle. Reach over and pull those thumbs out.
I yanked it.
Pull those thumbs out your pie.
Well, if I pull the thumbs out, all that's going to kill is the D-Star. So I reached out and touched long distance, the next best thing to be in there.
And it stopped broadcasting over here.
Yeah, it did here
Like
too.
I should be running in this one.
Thanks, Randall.
Do my best, Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Tom Cruise is a dramatic runner
Oh, we lost Jim.
on every film that he ever does. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
Go on YouTube and put in Tom Cruise running.
Welcome back, Jim.
Welcome back.
That dang back button on the mouse, my fat thumb caressed it. And it said, okay, I'm out.
This audio clip.
LX5 4
there it goes.
6.
This is called
8.
Windows Error Remix 2014.
Ooh, okay.
And you can find it on YouTube.
Easy.
KN4YCDW1BUS. Everybody still here?
I got you.
Yeah, I heard me and the D-Star in my head.
Roger, I'm here anyway.
Well, take it
Jim
back
has
away.
Voices. Jim hears voices.
I've been here. There's 3 or 4 of us up here. They all talk to each other at the same time.
Did they ever agree? Oh, no, they're all
Never.
hams.
No, they're all AMs. 4 guys, 5 different opinions.
KN5 YCD, KN6 YCD, KN7 YCD.
for a check-in as well once they get things sorted out here.
Right.
No, I didn't get that one.
You didn't?
I didn't get it on DMR.
Oh, man. Every once in a while I get lucky and these things pull out. The bullet connectors. I don't like the insulators on them.
Who was that just keyed up? Key up again. Try it again.
Bill, you're perfectly fine. We rebooted the software on our side.
W1BUS back on the Toads Talk Group in the Dark Magic Realm.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
that
working.
happens
Dark
all the
Magic
time,
Realm,
even
DMR.
just on regular DMR when you're not all that sausage making in the background. We got N2 EWC on the bottom of the list, number 28. If there's a number 29 or beyond, now would be a good time to check in to the Toads Net. Please come now.
Check-ins, 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 check-ins. Everybody, everywhere, everybody do their share.
Sierra Bravo.
W9 TSB.
TSB.
Joe Brett said, "I'm not the boss."
That's right.
I'm gonna put him.
You're
in
not the
timeout.
boss of me.
India 5,
Jim.
Zulu Whiskey.
Chuck is the boss.
Anthony and
He's not my real dad.
This is going to be a fun stream to rewatch with all the YouTube nonsense and internet nonsense and power outage nonsense.
Right.
And hotspot
Well, Dan's
nonsense.
seeing how it is, like when we tried to do contacts
Yeah.
on HF and stuff. It's like,
It's
oh my
tough.
God, I can't. Because you got like 3 different voices going at once.
W1BUS returning with the Toads Net. Maybe we can come up with a little better name. Or maybe we like that one.
We do like that one.
I added in 2 EWC, and W9 TSB, and KI5 GWZ to the list,
doing,
making
Jim?
it even number
It's got a
30.
fire going.
Not too bad
It's
in
a
an hour.
CO2 extinguisher.
Let's go to N2 EWC, Sean, Clinton, New York.
Discouraging the
Your
cat
turn
from
on
getting
that.
up here.
Toads Net, take it away.
Oh, man, don't say that.
Yeah, pump action water pistol.
We'll get
No,
in
just
trouble for that.
air, canned air. That's all.
Beautiful Clinton, New York.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Cats hate that. They ignore me. I could yell at them full volume. They're like, whatever. Biped,
we do
I know
too.
where you sleep.
I think Ape's pretty good at that, too, ignoring you.
Everything's well here. Hope everybody has a wonderful.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. Did you say
wonderful
something?
Christmas, and,
I would.
Hopefully, has power and electricity and all that.
Wasn't
good stuff.
listening.
A little crazy.
Yeah, stay warm, everybody.
In certain parts of the country, and I wish I had a bigger antenna.
Was Jim
that I
saying
could
something?
hear all you
I couldn't see if his lips were moving.
Oh,
They had a couple in the way.
Charles.
Anyway, enjoying the stream and enjoying the talk group here. So everybody take care, and we'll see back to that.
Oops. Quit
Thanks,
grabbing
Sean.
that with your hands.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Sean, into EWC in beautiful Clinton, New York, albeit a little cold. How about Whiskey 9, Tango Sierra Bravo, Christopher, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's your turn on the Toads Net.
Fort Wayne.
That's up close to Kinky.
Good
Uh-oh.
morning, everybody.
Bingo.
On the Toads Net, and Dan, thanks for running that here, and all you guys on the stream.
I had to say it. Ape wasn't here to
Have a
mock
Merry
me.
Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're staying warm here. It's a balmy, like 3 or 4 degrees outside, but the wind chill is a bit higher than it was yesterday. But thank God for that. But anyways, everybody have a Merry Christmas, 73 to you all, and have a Happy New Year. W9 TSB, back in control.
That's pretty close to where Carlos is too.
Fort Wayne, yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos?
Yep.
Carlos
Is that
Felix.
That's a different Fort Wayne then. It's not
It
Texas.
is W1BUS
No,
returning.
Indiana.
Thanking
Fort
goodness
Wayne,
for the
not Fort
durable
Worth, Chuck.
Anytone radio that I just knocked on the floor for the
Texas
100th
doing
time.
Yes,
Thanks
it
for that.
is.
59
Smartass.
Tango Sierra Bravo.
Oh, swear jar.
There's number 30, KI5 GZW. Take it away, Anthony.
Yes, KI5 GZW.
There he is.
Well, thank you. I appreciate y'all having the net there. I didn't know if y'all was doing it or not. I got up this morning and I said, oh, look, who's live?
Every Saturday,
So
buddy.
I just figured I'd jump in here, holler every Saturday. Figured I'd holler Merry
He's
Christmas
listening to both the
everybody.
stream and the radio.
Y'all have a good one. And we're having a little bit of a heat wave down here in Arkansas.
Don't rub it
The
in.
wind chill got up to 0. So
Don't
I'm
rub
happy
it
about
in.
that.
Oh, look at you, fancy boy, with your 0.
Minus
Another
23
Arkansas
here.
guy. What part of Arkansas is he from?
Anyway, I'll go ahead. Say 73. God bless. Get back over next control. KI5.
God bless. Bless your heart.
Dang it. Dang it. Ryan. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Ryan, thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother.
Thank you for that. KI5 GZW. Anthony over in the warm 0 Truman, Arkansas. Well, I want to thank everybody for checking in, and I especially want to thank the three gentlemen on screen for allowing me to jump in here and run a little impromptu net. Pretty good, 30 check-ins. And
my impression of ape dancing.
I really do appreciate it. We should do it a little more often, and maybe with a little foresight planning. But, you know, that's not really the way we like to do it here on the Toad Stock Group. This is W1BUS. I'm going to return the talk group to normal amateur use.
Regular.
Thanks again, KM9G and Jim and Chuck. We need to get you a YSF radio. W1BUS.
Oh, I got one.
He just needs to know how to work it.
Dan, thank you very much for doing net control. That was fantastic of you. I really appreciate you jumping in last minute, unscripted, unscheduled. We are going to send you one of these fabulous Coffee and Ham Radios tumblers. Whether you already have one or not, you're getting another one. Thank you for being awesome.
That's right.
Thank you for helping, because it made us look slightly less stupid than we would have.
Usual.
I wasn't going to say usual. I was going to say than we would have.
Oh.
No, that worked out. That worked out really well. That worked out really well.
I'm trying not to burn myself here.
Did we thank Ryan for the super chat? I know we danced.
We did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone anyway.
Okay.
He had to escort the wife.
All right.
Oh, he's getting
Steve,
a
what are
little
you doing?
hair.
I
he's
can't
getting
see.
He's getting a little hair back.
Is there any other colors in your state?
No, that's it. Just
Man.
white.
Just
how
white.
How much is on the ground at this point?
At this point on the ground, we have over a foot.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah.
Dang.
I haven't measured it yet, but
that's
it's
not
all...
very much though, really. But it took like a week to get that foot, right?
So that whole storm system that came through, Snowstorm Elliott, it didn't drop any new snow.
Oh, it didn't?
No. It's all wind blowing snow off the trees and out of the fields and stuff like that.
That's the one that started on the West Coast, right? And
My
just kept
driveway
going
is
through.
drifted in.
Yeah, that's usually why they closed us down in Kankakee. Was because of the drifts. Not in town, but so much of the population of the county lived in the county. That didn't make sense. There was a lot of people that went to school that lived in the county, and the county roads would drift closed.
So to wrap things up a little bit, we used Netlogger. There's a Ham Nuggets episode where Dan himself, your net control operator for today, walked us through how to do it all, and since then we forgot. But it's out there for all posterity in case we wanted to learn again. And you can get that at netlogger.org. He also told us about K3CLR.com, which is a web-based version of the same. You can't really do any check-ins or edit anything or check out. You can just watch and see who's calling who and see if your number's up or how many more numbers it is until they get to you. And if you've never used Netlogger before, Netlogger is what a lot of other nets use as well. So if you're looking for something to do on ham radio, fire up Netlogger and click on the net list button, and you will see quite a lot of net lists. Let me show you the one that's currently active on K3CLR. Move that up there, and then do that.
Toads is on there.
Yeah, so Toads just wrapped up, and we have a 40-meter early bird net on 718550. We have the Blind Hams digital net on ASL 506315, Canadian American net on 7153, the E-Cars on 7255, Northwest New Mexico DigiNet 7120. That might be cool to jump on. Trivaloni and the YL System Sunrise. And YL System has a bunch of nets on a bunch of different frequencies all day long, and so does OMIS, the Old Man International Sideband Society. And
that's what that meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, Old Man International Sideband Society.
Okay.
I think he made it up.
No, I did not make it up. I'm a card-carrying member of OMIS. Ham Live is a new one. Let's check out Ham Live.
Joe Brett just threw down the gauntlet at you. He's apparently too complicated. That's what he thinks.
Ham.live.
Well, it is.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this.
Pop it up there, Stephen.
I had to see if it was safe. For
Holy
streaming.
mackerel. Yet another super chat from a fabulous viewer.
Sean. Thanks,
Sean, thank you
Sean.
very much. And for you, we shall dance. Now is the time on Carter when we dance.
Now is the time when we dance.
This is my ape dance. I'm doing this because Ape's not here.
Is it like this?
Ape always looks like he's a deer in headlights.
Yes.
He needs some milk.
Sean, thank you very much. We appreciate it, brother.
Heard ya. Ham Live Lobby. Excellent. Yeah, so there's another option for you, but that is not married into the Netlogger system that we were using.
No, it's not.
But you can find the net almost any day, and what you do is you just listen around for them to say taking check-ins, and then you throw out your call sign, and they might be able to hear you.
Yeah.
I checked in yesterday. I had the QRP antenna up with the 705, and
Matt,
this guy was nice and loud, and then I found out he was like about 30 miles from me on 40, so it was probably ground wave.
Oh, Joe Brett, you do nets on a regular basis.
He does.
Now this is me, and I have not researched this or thought about it deeply, but I just didn't really see the point of a lot of them other than a reason to key up the radio at a specific time. Now, if you're doing weather information or, hurricane or stuff like that, I get it. But
now you have to have a purpose. The boson net is kind of a purpose because SSB is kind of hard to do all the time, for 2 meter. And he's in Fresno, which is just south of me about 150 miles or so.
Okay.
And he goes past me 150, like 200 miles past me, and he goes all the way into San Diego. So it's kind of cool because you don't hear a lot of sideband 2 meter all the time. Although I've actually caught him before. He's caught me talking to somebody else one time, Mike, down in Fresno. So that one's kind of different. He also does 6 meter, which is another one that's not open all the time. So if you're in the California
as Toad's
area,
calling me.
Do what now?
That's somebody using the Toads Talk group as their personal radio ID, I think.
So that is
it's probably Abe.
2 places where that can get put. If they've downloaded the DMR ID database, it's going to say Stephen McGrain for that ID.
I put the TO in Toads.
That's right, you fancy boy. And I put the awesome in Toads. Mm-hmm.
Well, the AD is for ADD, but I got distracted.
And then you can also edit that in your PyStar in DMRIDs.dat. So you could make it say that dork Steve or whatever for Steve's call sign or Cool Toad's call sign for K-Toads, whatever. So it just kind of depends. And then I don't know how the radios prioritize those 2 things. Because I would suspect that the one that if you download the K-Toads piece out of the DMR database, it'll take that as a priority over the DMR ID. Not entirely sure. I've never tested that.
Fred says he wants to get in on the 2 meter SSB fun around here. Chuck, you do a lot of 2 meter SSB stuff, don't you?
I try to, yeah. Where's he at, Fred?
Fred, what's your call sign? Where
He's in California. I think he's in California, isn't he? If you're in California or even Nevada, like on the California side of Nevada, you can get into the BozoNet. Yeah, he's in Hayward. I think that's Hayward. Yeah, if you're not in a valley, you can probably get on. Point towards Fresno on Sundays, Sunday evenings. I think around 7:30 it is, and they will give you a free Bozo number. I am number 730, and they do check-ins. It takes a while. That's the only thing I would say about the BozoNet is Mike is a really friendly guy, and he talks to a lot of people that he knows and people he doesn't really know very well. So it takes a while to check in. And what he'll do is he'll scan. He's got really good antennas. He'll scan Northern and Southern California, and I think he gets into Nevada also, and maybe even Arizona at times also, if there's people down there. So
what's the calling frequency for 2 meter SSB?
It's
is that 144
200, I think
210, something like that.
I think it's.
I don't know. There's a 2 meter net here in Montgomery, 2 meter sideband net. I don't know if is that a.
Let me look up Bozo because he. Oh look, I come right.
Yeah, I'm looking up the one here.
Yeah, it's 144 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always want to say 146, but it's 144 200.
Oh,
and I think that's. Let me see where they actually, and they do it on 200.
Here's an argument for you.
Well, maybe not. What?
Which national calling frequency, 144 200 or 146 52, is more important?
Oh, look at that. You probably get more people on 146 520.
I'd agree.
Hey, good morning, Shane. I wish StreamYard had the ability to change the view before it's live.
He actually, Fred, it's actually on 144 240 is what they do it on.
So I have to click on,
I think,
present camera, and then I have to move it up to the top slot, and then I have to change the view. And then when I'm done, I remove the camera, and then I have to switch back to the view, and then I've got to rearrange everybody again. And everybody gets to watch that happen.
So, Fred, it's on 144 240.
No.
On Sundays.
You don't know how to change it
7:30. You don't know
it's
how to
hard.
do it.
You don't know how to do it, Chuck.
Change what? I can change all that stuff.
Anthony, N8VOX, 144 200 is for single sideband 2 meters.
Yes.
And 146 52 is for FM. And if you're going to run 144 200 on single sideband, you'll need a radio that's capable of doing that, like an ICOM 705 or an ICOM 706 or a Yaesu FT991 or 818 or the Kenwood
100
D74. But it's only a few radios that can do 2 meter sideband.
Yeah.
Margaret, I'm trying to make sure your medicine's working properly this morning. And then 146.52 is for FM. That is correct. And that will work on your Baofangs and most of your handy talkies.
Yeah, you can do that on anything almost.
Right.
That's where I think that the manufacturers have really let us down. I think some of your mobile 2 meter, 70 centimeters should do sideband. But I guess it's too much trouble. I don't know.
IC 7100, IC 7000. There's a lot of radios that'll do it. I was just trying to name a few.
Yeah,
Any SDR
the
will receive.
Yaesu is a 100, I think, does it also.
And then with your antenna,
it's a cool radio.
The easiest thing to do is get you a tape measure Yagi, old cheap tape measure, a couple pieces of pipe or some old boards out of the garage or something.
Straight sticks, that's right.
Yep. And hold it vertical, which doesn't look like the TV antenna from the 80s. It's hold it vertical, and then you'll be able to work it that way. The 7100 is the best radio ever made. I can't wait for the 7105 with the color screen.
And 5 watts of power and no tuner.
Also,
100
Fred,
watts of power and no tuner.
Fred, contact me on my email, and we can set up if you want to try sometime. You want to be horizontal.
Oh, did I say that wrong?
Tim, yes, it does.
Vertical. Yes. Scott's got it right there.
Scott is correct. And basically, you want to match the polarization of the other person.
It'll still work, but you'll be down quite a bit. Because I hear guys check into the BosoNet on vertical. So it will still work if that's all you have. Try it.
Yeah, I said it backwards. My mistake. I admit it. I will fall on the sword.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially now
it's Chuck's fault.
I think I said something.
He's in the top corner. It's that guy's fault.
It's that guy's fault.
I demoted you because you were wrong. So that was.
I've gone up on like Big Hill it's a POTA soda, and when I get done with doing sideband regular HF, I'll actually throw up my 2 meter Yagi and do some sideband 2 meter. And actually, I have a 70 centimeter one that I made now too. Actually, I have that elk. That one does both.
Is it hard to find a diplexer that has 50 megahertz on one side and 2 meter, 70 centimeter on the other side? That would be a question for Hayden or anybody at DX Engineering. I don't know the answer to that one. But he's talking about a piece of hardware that takes one antenna and splits it to... Gary might be able to answer. That's right. And splits it into 2 different signals.
I have a... I get confused over this.
Duplexer and diplexer, yeah.
Yeah. So I have a dingus.
Ready to go.
There we go. The proper, correct technical term. I'm feeding my antenna into the 9700 to a 3 output dingus.
Oh, you are?
Yep. One multi-band disc cone antenna the old one that has the best SWR of any discount I've ever tested. So I'm feeding that feed line into the triplexer dingus. And then I have a 1.2 connection, a 440 connection, and a 70 connection. I mean, a 2-meter connection going to the 9700.
I cannot scroll for some reason today.
And it works beautifully.
So Sean wants to know if you can do 2-meter sideband with a sloper end fed. The answer is yes, but I mean, where are you going to put that, on the ground?
Oh.
19 inches up into the air? No, sorry.
Yeah.
Double that. What's 19 plus 19?
38.
I wasn't going to do it on stream. I already made my mistake for today.
I'm still good.
A 38-inch end-fed half-wave sloper antenna. That's awesome.
Right. Honestly, you can get a decent 2-meter antenna up in the air for nothing.
Yeah, they don't weigh much.
No, they don't. I mean, and now unless you get fancy and get a multi-element Yagi or something like that. KB9 VBR sells J-pole antennas that are incredibly reasonably priced.
They're easy to make, too.
If you're into building antennas, absolutely, they're easy to make. Even I could put one together without having to call Ape on the phone and get a video consult.
Well, we're not quite sure of that yet, but...
Shut up.
I've seen you build an antenna.
That was the toroid that was the problem.
That toroid gave him heck.
I did.
And if you've got one of those roll-up J-poles, there's no reason why you can't put it on your Carbon 6 mast from Soda Beams, or the DX Commander pole, or a fishing pole, or...
Well, and if you have a DX Commander, son, it'll work on 2 meters.
It does. It works fantastically on 2 meters. No diplexer
And 440,
needed.
not quite as awesomely, but yeah. And No Code makes a good point. KB9 VBR, Michael Martins, sharp guy, needs a haircut.
He was on here once.
He was. He still
Hey,
needs a haircut.
also Fred, look at my video on 7 dB for $7.
Nothing, Don.
And build that antenna. That thing works amazing. 3 elements, made with PVC and a couple pieces of metal. It probably costs more than $7 now, but
Michael also makes 220 and 6-meter masts as well.
Mast? Or
Antennas.
Antennas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fellers, I think we've had a fantastic run this morning.
Yeah, this is fun. I got some work done for a project I'm working on. And got some nice listening in there for all that digital.
I'm guessing Matt's talking about
sound.
his channel.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matt, I think that was you, right? I remember seeing that.
Actually, I built didn't Matt build a 2-meter LFA antenna? Matt, didn't you build that? I watched that a million times.
It'll work indoors,
And I built
but it
it.
might not work as well. Try it.
Depends on your construction, too, of your house.
Yeah, try it.
So I
It's all
have
metal.
a brick house.
You are a brick house, Jay.
I am a brick house. Mighty, mighty in my tidy whities. And
that just ruined it.
Yeah, so much for today.
anyway, with a metal roof. So this is like living in a half Faraday cage kind of deal for me. But if you have all wood construction, you don't have
Matt.
If you don't have siding, like we used to have aluminum siding on our house back in Kankakee.
Oh, and if you guys are looking for something to watch after us, go over to the radio prepper, Gilles. Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Bravo, Yankee.
That guy's funny.
So anyway,
Gilles.
thank you all for joining. Fantastic to have
Yep.
you here. I'm clicking the button. 73, and happy holidays to all of y'all.
Bye, guys.
Everybody have a great holiday.